So let's start. So today's our sharing of spiritual wisdom is the law of karma. Karma Siddhanta. The Karma Siddhanta, Karma Kanun. So friends, the law of karma, the Karma Siddhanta. So this is the most fundamental, most required, most essential, the law of nature, you can say. So in this universe, without this particular law, nothing will go in a predefined manner, my dear friends. Nothing will go in a proper manner, you can say like that. The entire human life, especially human life, is abide and is controlled by so-called the law of karma, Karma Siddhanta. Always remember this. Okay. So now coming back to the animal beings, or you can say any nature kingdom. Nature kingdom, what all things it comes, part of nature kingdom. Can anybody tell here? What are the part of nature kingdom? You type it. Otherwise, you want to tell, I'll unmute. Raise the hand, I'll unmute. What are the different parts of nature kingdom? What are we? And human being falls under which category? Right? So part of the creation, I explained everything clearly, right? Part of the nature kingdom, which are the parts? Can anybody explain here? I need to know how much you learned in the previous classes. Raise your hand, I'll unmute, you can explain. Otherwise, type in the message chat box. What are the things covered under nature kingdom? Nobody knows. Nobody listened this in the previous classes. Animals, okay. Is it only animals? What else? There are two parts of a creation by supreme intelligence, the supreme power. What are those? Plants. Only plants? What else? Somebody knows clearly answer, please raise your hand. I want to listen from you. I want to know how much you are learning. I can go and teach so many hours. No use. You should grasp it properly. Either you should listen the video, no? After the class, you must listen the video. Then only you'll be able to understand what exactly you are listening here. You must revise yourself after going back to home. You should do this homework, isn't it? Who will be able to tell? Panchendriyas, no. Anybody having complete answer, please raise your hand. No means I'll proceed anyway. Yes. So this is what the problem, friends. If you are not communicative, I do not know how much you are learning day by day. Now today, the law of karma, it is very depth subject. I may go on teach for next 1 hour. What is the use if you don't learn properly? Right? The nature kingdom covers the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, the water kingdom, and bird kingdom. These are the 5 parts. Is it not? So is this not covered in the earlier class? Is this not explained in the earlier class? Why didn't you remember all this? Why didn't you revise why didn't you revise after going back? The video you have to see and again rewind yourself. Because the new subjects, all you are learning every day, one new subject will be there. If you forget one, the next connectivity you won't get. Yesterday's subject, if you forget, if you come to this today's class, you won't be able to relate. If I am explaining you, you will forget also. You have forgotten yesterday, and today you can't understand fully, isn't it? This looks a new class for you. That shouldn't be the case. You should have the earlier remembrance so that the earlier knowledge will help you to understand the further classes day by day. Right? Okay, let's go through the law of karma. So, my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. So the law of karma is the basic fundamental phenomena, basic fundamental karma, the law, nature's law. Every human being is controlled, governed by this law, without any exception, my dear friends, without any exception, except you are a Brahmagnani, except you are a yogi, except you are a master, except you are a enlightened soul, except you are a realized soul. Then only you are away from the law of karma. Otherwise, You are no way, you are beyond this law of karma. You are very much governed by this law of karma. Remember this, right? So now come back to the nature kingdom. All the nature kingdom, right? It doesn't have freedom. Do you know what is free will? What is freedom? The free will and freedom, especially freedom and free will. This is not given, this is not granted to the entire nature kingdom. Hence, the nature kingdom is not controlled or governed by this law of karma. Please remember this. Okay, the entire nature kingdom, it has got a limited mind. For example, animals, as I told yesterday, it eats, it sleep, it reproduce, it go here and there, come back. That is all it can do. It means it doesn't have any kind of a mind to create something, and it doesn't have any freedom to do any more. It doesn't have free will. So as this is not given, that means nature kingdom is not bestowed with the so-called the freedom or free will. So they are not abide by the law of karma. Please remember this. Now come back to the human being. We are given with the freedom. We are given with the free will. Whatever I wanted, I can do. Whatever I want to speak, I can speak. Whatever I want to think, I can speak. I can think. No, nobody can control me. So no control on me with respect to my words, thinking, with respect to my speech and thinking and my deeds. No control is there on me. I am absolutely free. I have complete freedom. So-called freedom, free will is given to me as a human being. So in fact, I am declared or I am given with the powers of co-creator. What else you wanted, my dear friends? You are a co-creator. The creator is there. You are a co-creator. That's why you see the gigantic, the huge creation around you. So what not? There are big buildings. You can see the entire world. You see, it is filled with a lot of creation, a lot of machinery invented, a lot of buildings are constructed in the different designs. All this is given by whom? God has not given. God has created you. God has created us, the human being. That's all. He has created and he has given everything within us. So with that, what we do is we go on create. We go on implement new things, and we go on so make new things available. Come into the reality. We manifest many things, many ideas, many thoughts. We manifest into the reality. That is what the power which we have, my dear friends. That is why we are called as a co-creators, right? The creator, we are the co-creators. That is why the human being only is having the human being only one, only species out of 84 lakhs of species in this universe can only become a god. No other animal can become a god, my dear friends. Only human being can become the god because he is already co-creator, and he can do many more things because he has been given with not only physical body. There is a mind, there is intellect, there is intelligence, there is a soul. Soul is there everywhere, of course. Soul is there everywhere, but we are given with the special things which are mind, subconscious mind, and intellect. These are the things which are provided to us. That is why we are special being. We are a special species on this earth planet, my dear friends. Now, anyway, let's understand this law of karma. So, law of karma, so it is abiding the human being at every instant of time. At every instance, the law of karma is abiding the entire humanity. Try to understand. So, friends, so let's understand the first and foremost thing in the law of karma. Always try to understand the karma means what? Karma means deed, action. And in the Sanskrit, basically, so we call it as a karma, but in English, when we translate into English, it's called deed or action. Always understand. So doing any action in the sense what? Not only physical action, even the action with respect to speaking, action with respect to thinking and speaking and doing. Three things are karmas. They are called trikarana. That means three karmas. So all these are karmas only. Not only doing is karma, my dear friends. Right? So try to understand this also properly. Now, see, what is the excellence? So there is something called excellence in work. So what is excellence, friends? Yogaha karmasu kausalyam. Yogaha karmasu kausalyam. So that means, so whatever we do, any work we do, right? If we are doing yoga, that means if you are doing meditation, if the meditation is with you, any work you do, it becomes excellence, my dear friends. That's the greatest thing, right? So if you do meditation and you attempt to do any work, it becomes an excellent work. It produces the excellence at its work. So that is why, so always we say that yogaha karmasu kausalyam. So that means everything we do with a great excellence, my dear friends. If you are a yogi, that means if you are in the path of spirituality, in the path of yoga, that's what you need to understand. Now, on this earth planet, my dear friends, there is always something called karmic compulsion. Nobody can be free of not doing anything on this earth planet. That is not allowed, right? So when the soul is born, yesterday we were discussing, when the soul is born as an infant soul, before it is becoming an infinite soul, my dear friends, there are seven soul stages we discussed yesterday thoroughly, isn't it? So now what happened is, when you born as a just infant soul, a just born soul on the earth planet, you start, you start driving your life, you start leading a life on this earth planet, physical planet. What happens? You need to do some karma, some or other karma. You keep doing some or other karma, whether it's a good karma, bad karma. If you have a good intellect, in fact, so if you are an intelligent person, if you have got good intellect, of course you do the good karmas. If you have bad intellect, you don't have much, the improved intellect, what will happen? Definitely you will commit the bad karmas, isn't it? So that all depends upon your own intellect, my dear friends. So that is why what happens is, here on this earth planet, so there is only one thing is called karmic compulsion. What is karmic compulsion? It means you must not be free. You cannot be free not doing any work. Non-doing work is, it's a sin, my dear friends. Non-doing anything is a sinful. So doing something is always great. Whether you are able to do it, whether you're able to succeed it or not succeed it, doesn't matter. You may succeed, you may not succeed sometime. But without doing anything on this earth planet is not at all allowed, my dear friends. Remember this point. Okay. That's why this is called karmic compulsion. Now, what is law of karma? The law of karma is very simple. The law of cause and effect. So remember this law of cause and effect. So did you hear about the Newton's third law? There is a action and equal opposite reaction always. So that's a Newton third law. This law of karma also goes in the similar lines, my dear friends. So what is law of karma? Law of the cause and effect. The law of causation. So that means, friends, so if there is a cause, there is an effect. For example, if I do a good work, I get a good result. If I do bad work, I do get the bad result. It means good karma, good result. Bad karma, but bad results. That is called cause and effect. If my cause is good, I get the good result. If my cause is bad, I get the result also bad. This is called cause and effect. That is why we always say that the law of karma is a law of cause and effect. So that is why, so we need to choose which kind of karmas we want to do in day-to-day life. Depends upon our mindset. So we will choose which karmas to be done, right? So if you are grown up, that means if you have good intellect, you always choose good karmas to do, isn't it? So otherwise you end up in choosing bad karmas, then you end up in getting bad results. Then you have to suffer. You have to undergo all the negative suffering because of the bad results, because of bad doings, isn't it? So that's very important, friends. Now there is something called doctrine of karma. Doctrine of karma. In the karma theory, the karma siddhanta, this theory, there is something called doctrine of karma. What is doctrine of karma? So which is actually, this doctrine of karma is quoted by Jesus Christ. What did he say? As you sow, so you reap. As you sow, so shall you reap. That means whatever you plant. For example, if I plant a mango seed in the ground, in the soil, I get mango tree only, isn't it? Mango plant only I'll get. I won't get neem plant. If whatever I plant in the soil, I get similar, what is that? Similar plant or similar tree out of it, out of the soil, isn't it? It will only the similar plant will grow. Similarly, what happened? As you sow, so you socially reap. It means whatever the kind of karma you plant in your life. If you plant a good karma, you get a good results. If you plant a bad karma, you have to experience the bad results. That's what as I explained now. This is nothing but doctrine of karma, my dear friends. Doctrine of karma. So this is very essential. This will drive all the time the law of karma theory. And also, friends, so you can always change your destiny. Very, very important. Let me tell you, you can change your destiny. How do you change the destiny? If you change your thoughts, if you change your deeds, if you change your words, you can change your destiny. You don't need to go astrologer. No astrologer required. No jyotishya required. Nothing required. You can change your destiny, your fate by yourself. That is why we always say we create our own reality. We always say that we create our own reality. See, for example, you see in our ancient, in Sanatana Dharma, we have seen it. Valmiki became, Maharshi, isn't it? A Ratnakar. Ratnakar was a hunter in the forest. But finally, he became Valmiki Maharshi and he wrote Ramayana. How did he become like this? He was a hunter-gatherer. So he was hunting the animals. He was killing animals and, he was eating non-vegetarian. Then he became Valmiki and Maharshi, all because of, his own sadhana, his own practice of, his own practice in his own life, my dear friends. That is why anybody can become anything. So only thing is that's what I'm telling you. Changing destiny is within your hands. It is no way in the hands of a particular astrologer, a Swamiji, or a Guruji, nothing. It is within your own hands, my dear friends. Remember this. A beggar can become a king. There is absolutely no doubt about it. A beggar can become a king in his own life, my dear friends. Only thing is his own sadhana required. He has to put the right amount of sadhana, right amount of practice he must do, isn't it? So remember this point. Friends, other thing is there is a karmic divisions, the types of karmas. What are the types of karmas? So when you think about the type of karmas, there are many ways to classify. Okay, so I classify like this: current karmas, right? And if you say past karmas, the current karmas, past or accumulated karmas, and also current and past life karmas. Three type karmas are there. This is one way of classification. What are the current karmas? For example, if I take some money and go to the one shop, I pay money, then I get some groceries. I pay money. So if I pay money, he'll give something back to me. That means my money is cost. The effect is I get some groceries out of it. Isn't it? So this is called cause and effect. This is called current karma. I'm giving money right away. Getting my groceries right away. It is current. For example, a past accumulated karma. What is it? For example, a student wrote the examination. He write the examination in the month of February or January. He may get the result in April or May. It means what? He has done the karma in the past. Then he is waiting for the result. This is called the past karma, past or accumulated karma, my dear friends. Then one more karma, past or the so-called the past life karmas. So which are actually what happens is, so whatever you have done in your past life, you have done some karmas in the past life. Because of that, you may get the result in this life or next life, the future lives. So those are called something called accumulated past life karmas. You can say like that. See, current and past life accumulated karmas is the third type of karma, my dear friends. We all will be going through one or other type of karma. Every day we'll be doing it. So the other way of classification of karmas is good karma, the bad karma, mixed karmas. You know good karma, you know bad karma. If you serve other people, if you serve any other life being, any animal, that's a good karma. If you harm somebody, if you harm some animal, right, that's a bad karma. And what is the mixed karma? Suppose, for example, I construct something called, what I do is I go and construct one temple, but I earn the money in the illegal way. I earn the money in a illegal way, but I'm constructing a temple. Okay, so that doesn't mean that is a great karma. It's a mixed karma, right? So this is how we need to understand, friends. So this way, so this is one of the classification we try to understand more and more, isn't it? So this is the way. What will happen is you always need to do some or other karma. You'll be always doing on this earth planet. So there won't be kind of any exception not to do any kind of a karma, my dear friends. At the same time, there is something called the karmic footprint. What is the karmic footprint, my dear friends? See, so togetherly, the entire humanity, a sect of people. So the way we think, the way we do, right? The way we think on this earth planet. So that creates something called a big footprint, big footprint of karma on this earth planet, my dear friends. So what will happen is, so if you are thinking our deeds are good, right? Our deeds are good. Togetherly, for example, a group of society, the group of people, we are all doing, proper karmas and good karmas. What will happen? For example, environment. So how do we treat environment? How do we need to take care? That all depends upon the entire humanity, not one or two people, isn't it? So when we take care of that kind of things, when we properly do our karmas with respect to the environment properly, then our future generation will enjoy that, isn't it? So that's how it creates a karmic footprint, which will be enjoyed by the future generation, not you. The future generation is going to enjoy that. This is called karmic footprint, my dear friends. What are the next about karmic returns, friends? So what is karmic returns? Which I already told you. See, our intentions and actions causes returns what we get. That means whatever we put the cause, whatever we do karma, so that brings the return. So that brings the results. That's called returns. So this may happen now or in future. For example, if I do one karma now, I may get results immediately. I may get the result in the next life, isn't it? So that means results are in the sequential manner. Results need not to be at instantaneously. Results may happen now or in the future. That's also possible, my dear friends. So this is how what we need to do is we always need to, so we need to understand that whenever we do karma, so that will be keep, the result will be keep coming. So in the course of time, it will not come immediately, friends. Like that we need to understand. At the same time, what is the karmic debt, my dear friends? What is the karmic debt? So when we perform the karma, right? When we perform the one negative karma, then what happens? It leaves one negative result, isn't it? So what will happen is all the negative karmas, whatever we commit on this earth planet. So definitely the result will come this life or next life. We need to experience that. So that karmic debt will be as it is, it will be there, my dear friends. These karmic debt will be stored within our so-called Karana Sarira. Karana Sarira. So this is called causal body within us. It is very much stored. This is called karmic debt. So to experience that, every life after life, we have to take several lives, my dear friends. That's what yesterday we discussed. So that's called soul evolution. Hope you understood soul evolution. In that, many lives, why do we take? Why do we take many lives? All because of the law of karma. They all because of the law of karma, all because of the karmic debt. You have a lot of debt. You need to pay back. You need to pay back to your own, your wife, your children, your outsiders, your insiders, your colleague, your boss, your everything, right? What not? You have created so many karmas. It may be positive or negative, my dear friends. Not only for negative karmas to negative results. For example, you have done negative karmas, you have done positive karmas. For both of them to experience or to pay back. See, suppose in order to pay back the negative karma, negative results you want to experience, you need a physical body. Even to experience the positive results of your positive deeds which you performed in the previous life, you need again the physical body, isn't it? So that's how it is. That's how it is, my friends. So unless you become karmic free, what happens? You always need one physical body to experience either good karma or negative karma. You either good karma or bad karma to experience, one must definitely take the physical body from the Paramatma, okay, from the supreme power. That's what you need to understand. Friends, now, so we understood now karmic debt is the one which is going to bring back again and again into this, human birth, the so-called cycle of birth and death, my dear friends. It will keep happening. It's like a karmic bondage. It has created a karmic bondage because of your own deeds, right? You have not done the great deeds. You have not done the great service. You have not done the like a Visuddha Chakra. Yesterday we discussed, isn't it? So when we reach to the stage of so-called old soul, when you become an old soul, our Visuddha Chakra will be forming. It will be working. That means we will be purified. We will be a purified soul. We'll be doing a lot of meditation. We'll be teaching meditation. So these kind of seva, service, this kind of the great deeds, you're not doing it. When you're not doing all these things, what happen? Always when you're attempting to do negative karmas, negative deeds, what will happen? Obviously, it will create a lot of karmic debt. It will create always lot of karmic bondage. Now, how do we come out of this karmic bondage? How do we come out of this karmic debt? How do we come out of this cycle of birth and death? That means cycle of the birth and death. Always we take the birth and again take the death and again come back to the birth, again go back to the death. So this, the cycle will continue, my dear friends. How do we come out of this karmic cycle? What are the solutions? The only one solution, my dear friends. There are two solutions. This is called karmic relief. This is called karmic relief. Under karmic relief, there are two steps. There are two procedures. Number one, do the niskama karma. That means in this current life, whatever you are doing, in order to not to create any more karmic bondage, To avoid the karmic bondage in the current life, follow the Niskama karma. What is the Niskama karma? Do your work, don't expect the result. Leave the result to the God. Leave the result to the nature. Only your duty is to do the work. That means do your karma properly. Do your duty properly. That's what Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Do your karma. Leave the result to the God. Leave the result to the Lord. Okay, that's how we need to do the things, my dear friends. That means choose the karma, do the karma properly. Do not expect any result out of it. Suppose if you do some service to other person, help other person, do not expect again in return something from him. Just forget it. Do it and forget it. So that is called Niskama Karma. If you do this, you will definitely come out of the current life karmas. No bondage will be created. No karmic debt will be created. You don't need to take again some more lives for paying these karmas in this current life. Remember this, number one. Okay. So that means what? You have to do pure service. You have to do the pure seva, isn't it? Second way. Second way is, friends, to come out of all the previous life karmas, to come out of this the cycle of birth and death. You want to get the so-called, you want to get the so-called the you want to go out of the incarnation, reincarnation. You want to go out of the law of karma. You want to go of the law of reincarnation. You want to go beyond all this. You want to go beyond the cycle of death, cycle of birth and death. What you need to do? You need to do only one thing, that is, especially do more meditation. And there is one great statement, my dear friends. Gnanagni Dagda Karmanam. This is the ultimate truth. Okay, ultimate truth, ultimate procedure in order to come out of all the previous life karmas, all the past life karmas, whatever you have done, negative, positive, whatever it is. To burn all these things, to burn all the karmas, only one thing is very, very important thing. So you always need to remember, we all as a spiritual, we are all spiritual seekers, right? We all need to practice this day in, day out. That is called Gnanagni Dagda Karmanam. What is that? Gnanagni Dagda Karmanam. So it means, so as we go on, attain the spiritual wisdom, my dear friends, with the help of Swadhyaya, Sajjana Sangatya, when we keep doing it, what happens? Definitely we gain a lot of wisdom. So with that wisdom, with that jnana, you will burn all the karmas. That's called jnana agni dagda karmanam. That is the ultimate solution for everybody, my dear friends, on this earth planet. Please remember, please remember this. And especially to get the wisdom, more and more wisdom, what we need to do? We need to do always meditation, 3 hours meditation, 2 hours sajjana swadhyaya, 1 hour sajjana sangatya. Use a more and more pyramid power for your meditation. Do more meditation in the full moon night. Do more meditation in the nature. Do more meditation wherever possible, wherever the nature, forest, so all this, try to use more and more that kind of natural resources, isn't it? So do more meditation under the pyramid, underneath the pyramid. Do so you as you go on practice, as you go on practice more and more meditation, you will be liberated. You will come out of this, so-called the cycle of death and birth, and you become an infinite soul. You become an enlightened soul. You become a master. Then you don't need to come back to this earth planet again and again, my dear friends. Okay. Thank you so much. So dhanyavad to all of you. Yes. Friends, any more questions? 2-3 minutes. So then we will close the session and then we'll go to the Kannada session. Right. You can unmute and you can express or you can ask question, please. Any questions are there, please ask. Otherwise, express. Why nobody is able to express any problem? Did you understand at least? Say yes or no. Did you understand the concept, what I explained today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, at least one answer came. I'm very happy. You don't need to be silent, friends. You will always be in interaction mode, be in a communicative mode. You can learn much more knowledge, much more wisdom here. No doubt on that. But keep expressing. That's very important. Is anybody else want to say something about today's class? So nobody want to talk. What is the problem? Why you are unable to talk? Any reason? Sumalata, what are you doing, ma? Sumalata,
Housewife, sir.
talk, no problem.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್.
ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಈಗ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ.
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಕನ್ನಡ ಈಗ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಜೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವೇ ಹಾಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡ. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. Okay, friends. Thank you so much for all the English session masters. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad to all of you. Subhratri. Signing off.